Humanity is evolving. Humanity is reaching a greater level of consciousness, and in order for us to really move to the other side and move into a greater consciousness, we need to address things that we have been very successful at ignoring and putting our attention somewhere else because we thought then it might go away. But what can happen to you as well is that something that you thought is not there anymore, that you thought you have already overcome, might appear again for you to now truly resolve it.
Or like a test, which is asking you, the universe is asking you, are you sure you really let it go? Are you sure you really let it go fully, you know? And then this test could be quite harsh, and it could put you in a reality that you are undergoing it again and you have to deal with the same poopy again. It might be only like some demons which are coming back and not the real thing.
And it's good that it's coming to the surface because we want to move through it. We want to move to the other side of the river where we have truly overcome it, where we are a greater person, a greater consciousness. It really has to appear now. And we welcome it. It's important that we are no longer ignore it. We no longer try to push it away because it's always going to haunt us if we do that. We need to open our arms for it and accept it and say, hey, I am ready and I'm here. And we know that you're strong. We know that it is within us the strength that we can really overcome this.
It happened to me on Monday this week that it opened back to me my own struggles from the past, my own traumas and demons. And it was absolutely with such an intensity which I would never expect. And it has opened the black hole, which I thought it's already kind of managed, you know. We all think that when we meditate and when we do all the spiritual work and journaling and all these great recipes which everybody gives to us, we think that we kind of like managed it. But sometimes we are not like 100% sure, you know, we are like done with it. I don't need this in my life. You can just repeat to yourself when something opens up for you like this, that you can just say really with the decision in your heart and in your brain, of course they are synchronized, that I don't need this in my life anymore because I don't need it. Immediately that thing weakens because once I started to be delving into it, I started to be swimming in it again. I was for 2 days very out of everything, right? I was very much feeling bad and yeah.
Yeah, and I really felt with Petra that this story that came up again on Monday was 12 years old. And being with her, I noticed how she often had like this subconscious fear that it could still be this old story, could still be haunting her, could still be here right now. She didn't truly believe that she already overcame it. So there was still this subtle, this small grain of rice that is still in your mind and saying, hey, it's still there. I think it's still there. It's not the true knowingness like, this is a story of the past. I'm no longer associated with this. And this is why it had to come up again.
I basically think that I have awakened again my Kyilkhor. And if you don't know what it is, it's a chapter also in a Red Lion book, which we have recorded and which Raphael recorded. And it is basically a symbol, or it's basically some demon, but we awaken it and we give it life with our energy. That Kyilkhor cannot exist without our life force, our energy. And basically it is feeding off our fear, our all those bad emotions, like bad in a sense, like jealousy, frustration, and all this is just pumping basically blood into this Kyilkhor imaginary thing. It could be your diagnosis. It could be you being unable to create a relationship or wealth in your life or abundance. We are basically powering it through our doubts. I was still doubting, oh, is it still resolved? You know, sometimes some things come up in life and I was still questioning, oh, is it done? Is it not done? And I am actually really glad that it came up, but it was extremely harsh slap when it came up, because now I can relax into it and I can see that I am actually the one person, the only one creating this. And funny thing is that the day before, the night before it actually happened and I actually met my demon again, I read the Kyilkhor chapter and it was sitting on my night table like for 2 months. And I read that the night before it happened. So I felt it, something was strange, and I feel that whatever you're going through, and if you had maybe even very hard stuff happening in your life, like returning diagnosis or, returning problem, or you lost again relationship or anything, it's there for you to finally master it. It's there for you. It's just a game. You will find out in a Kyilkhor chapter when you read it or when you listen to it that it is actually our illusion. We are believing so much that it exists. We are putting so much attention and energy into this that we are making it very much vivid and alive. And that's why when you go to Dr. Joe Dispenza's retreat, we are always instructed by not talking about past selves, about our problems. So there is nobody coming to you and asking you, what's your problem? What you're dealing with? Why are you here? It's usually only, what are you creating? The question is different. The target is different, and a lot of people start to feel better in their life, even in their body. So I find it really harsh lately, and I feel that a lot of people are dealing with this because it will not stop until we either solve it or it will eat us. But I feel that all of us have power and a lot of tools in our hands to deal with it and to basically master it so we can move to another level of life.
But you have to also see that you are not starting from zero again. When something came up that you thought was resolved for a long time, you're not starting from zero. You already did the journey very, very far, and you're like 95% there. It's just the last hump that you have to get over, that you can truly look back and say, this is a story of the past. This is no longer associated with me. It has nothing to do with me anymore. It's just the last little step. The last battle is the hardest for you to truly move beyond. And I'm facing this as well now with my creating abundance, with creating success. I really did already so much work on this, and I feel like there is just this last little bit that I have to truly go beyond and no longer have one foot in the old reality, holding on to the old identity. No, I need to really leave it behind. That personality has to die, and I need to become somebody completely else and stand there in that new identity, in that new reality.
We are very often fearing it, especially when we are dealing with something about our body, which was my situation. Then we are more likely to fear it and to still overthink it and to still be with it and to analyze it and find the best solution for it, and we forget to relax into our whatever we are dealing with. And also this fact that Maria Schepes 1946 wrote this book, The Red Lion, and she already knew about this process. Every mystic knows about this process. Every master knows about this process. And we forgot that we are in an age and in a time and space now where we are transforming, even though we want or not. We are basically transmuting and transforming into these masters. We can decide to not to, but we would have to deal with it anyways. Even if you read that book, you will understand it's pictured on several lives of the main character, but you will basically understand that it will anyways get you, and you will anyways get to your lesson no matter what. Whenever you're ready, the lesson appears again and again and again until you will get it. So that's for all of us, and I'm saying it with a very big humbleness, and I believe that a lot of people can profit from reminding to yourself that you are just creating it with your beliefs and fears. And the more energy you are focusing on that, the more it's going to grow.
And this is your initiation. You know, for some people it can be an initiation that is extremely hard, extremely challenging. For others it can be an initiation in the life that is a bit easier. But you have been dealt this initiation and you need to overcome it. And we believe in the strength within us, within you, that you can master it. And if you have a bigger challenge to deal now, that means just that you have been through more lifetimes and you have done different initiations. And now to become a greater master, you have to go through this greater initiation. It is a bigger challenge. It's really testing you. Do you really mean it? Can you really move to the other side? And you can. And we really advise you to listen to this chapter that we recorded, because you can just associate with it. It is an allegory of how it applies to your life as well.
It's very important that we remember that we are really creating it, as I already said, and all can be like healed, and the wounds can be healed, and I mean all these hurts from the past, you know, that we are still fearing and carrying it with us. Now it's time to really let them go. For example, I started to be in this topic which I said, and then I realized, hey, but I have so many tools in my hands. I started to be like questioning me, is this even my topic still? And I was like thinking, oh my gosh, I even don't belong there into the past anymore. And, you know, I started to ask me questions like, do I need it in my life? Do I still need this teacher, this master? Or shall I become more than my master? Or I don't even want to be a master. I don't care about the titles and so on. But it is our initiation. And some people could... I, for example, saw so many people in Dr. Joe Dispenza's retreats. I talked to them and they went through so much. They had such abusive pasts and they had such very hard stories, very heavy stories. And they were like, oh yeah, it happened, but I don't even remember, and they are fine. It seems maybe easy, and for them it might be easy too, and you might deal with something more or less serious, and it could be harder for you because you're learning how to teach yourself to become a master, or you're learning how to master your little issue, which can be binded to other issues which nobody sees. It's like an invisible thread, and you are the only one who is focused on little tiny bit which you obsess about, and maybe it is connected to other million things which we have no idea about, and from what lifetimes and so on. So don't judge yourself if it is too hard, too easy. It is yours. And it is very important that it is yours, because once you overcome something yours and basically yourself, you will never forget about it, and you will know that you have mastered it, and you will be so sure within you that it is absolutely worthy to do that, to go for on this path.
It is also important to say that there is a certain temptation of staying in the old reality. That demon that you might be facing again, there is a certain level of attachment and you feel comfortable with that. You would like to associate with it because this is the known, this is what you always knew, and you want to stay there. But the true change happens when you're like, no, this is not mine anymore. I'm not interested in this anymore. I really want to move here to this new reality. This can be really something that helps you to shift, make the true shift, make that jump over that little hump, that you can truly be that new person and you can truly say that you've overcome it.
I had a chat this morning with my nephew. He is 15, going to be 16 very soon, and he is absolutely chill about everything. You know, they are growing up in the hardest time, we think. They are still scrolling, they are still on their devices, and they have it hard, you know, blah blah. They don't know what the future is going to look like. The nature is not cool, and he doesn't care. He is so calm that I am even like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Give me something of that, you know, give me some energy of that. He is really not caring about anything, but it's his personality, and maybe that's the thing. He doesn't care. just, so what will happen? He's saying, you know, it's so easy for him because he's starting his life, and I'm curious how it's going to go. But sometimes you can meet somebody like that when you are dealing with your Kyilkhor, and you might inspire from them.
So even though it's uncomfortable to address it again, even though it feels very challenging, it is important, and we have to admit to ourselves that we want to do this. We want to get to the other side. So it's now a really good time to embrace this challenge, to say truly that you want to move on the other side. Watch that video, the Kyilkhor, and we really believe in you. You have the strength in you. You can do it, and you will be coming out so much stronger and so much happier and freer.
Because you will finally really see that it's an illusion which you have created in you. And once you relax about that, the body is going to follow, and the energy around you about your relationships or wealth or whatever will follow.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Don't ever forget that you're unlimited. And here is the Kyilkhor video for you to watch.